This just struck off after you gave this apprehension. And therefore, whenever all the MBAs who is going to opt for a job in a logistics sector, they should also be prepared to take drivers as their subordinates. Right now, before this process, which has been started by the Million Mind, it's a very new process for last 2 years. It's a wonderful interactive session between the academics and the practicing manager. So because you have heard so many academics people with so much of excellence behind them, I am purely a practicing manager. So my purpose, I used to take school of thought from them, and then we try to relate with our practicing field, day-to-day work. From MBA college, if somebody comes to my institute or go to any organization and they say you have to organize and you have to manage 50 drivers on a per day basis, take a call. So all of a sudden, which earlier apprehension was said, drivers. So a manager not prepared to manage a drivers, that scenario has changed. Now a manager will have to manage the drivers and improve their quality. That is the call of the day. And for the efficiency of the industry, any segment of logistics in itself is an industry. Whether it is transportation, warehousing, or like us, we are in the multimodal logistics, which have a very vast area. Without taking much of your time, the thing is that it is a very growing industry of this country. The future belongs to infrastructure and logistics in this country for another 20 years. Another 2 decades belongs to logistics in this country. I think you must have got the statistics. Today in India, 13% of the GDP is the logistic cost. 13% of the GDP of this country, and you go and find out GDP, 1,89,000 crore, 2 lakh crores is your GDP, and 13% is the logistics contribution. So mind-boggling is the field. And out of that 13%, if any of the segment is even taking 0.01%, you are the biggest industry in that area. And if you make an improvement of 0.001%, that in itself is, that can make you a billionaire. So you have to take the challenge and accept it as a profession, and a respectable profession, and the respect comes why. Before concluding, this is the question which I used to put to the many candidates whom I am interviewing. Why you want to come to Container Corporation, which is the logistics sector? This is a very good organization, sir. It has got a market reputation, everybody knows it. So one candidate, he came from, I will not name the company, but from a paper industry. Okay, this industry, since birth I know that this industry is there, it is much older than my company. So why you want to leave that company and come to my company? No, sir, there is some kind of insecurity I feel. So it was a paper industry. I told him, Hindustan Paper Corporation is a public sector. It went into loss. It is on the verge of getting closed down. So would you prefer to leave this company and go to Hindustan Paper Corporation if you want to join government company? So because he is a fresher, he did not have any answer for that. But how a person relate with an industry, why you want to come? And when you say job insecurity or security, have you heard any organization getting rid of a performing employee? Answer is no. So you have to create an organization. So enter into any segment of the logistics. Sky is the limit. Everything is in your hand. You save the organization and you can be on the top. Thank you.
Let us hear for what we are waiting for. Now we will be again giving away the first prize of each category. Then of course we will listen our final speaker, and followed by we will definitely listen from the host side of the Asia Pacific representative here. Any guess?
Top Gun.
Top Gun क्या होता है भाई? अच्छा अच्छा, ये टीम का नाम है. ओके.
शॉटगन है.
शॉटगन सुना था. शॉटगन सुना था. Okay. Any guess in HR? Since just now you have listened from the HR, so I will start from the HR only. Gap analysis. Any guess? वाहक. ये क्या होता है? माल वाहक. रवि जी से इंस्पायर लगते हैं. Okay, good. So the award for the first prize under the HR, the gap analysis, I'll certainly declare that. In between, I would like to call upon the Vinod Asthana sir and General D.V. Kalra sir to give away this award. Don't worry. So, with lot of noise, the award goes to Jindal Global Business School.
Well done.
No noise? The lunch was not good? Good. I'll take up the logistics services in the rural India. First prize, sir, you just be there. First prize. All right. Both of you.
We are the permanent winners.
That's good. One clapping for this. And the award goes to Indian Maritime. They all the way have come from Chennai. Fantastic.
Great effort. Well done. Well done. You've been watching, isn't it? Great effort.
Don't you think so? They should. They deserve more clapping. Any more noise? Some business? Huh? No. सीटी तो हमारे वहाँ नहीं बजाते हैं. हमारे में नहीं बजाते हैं. Okay, thank you. Sir, just be there. Now let's. We shall become. Okay. Final award, we have given the topmost priority for the real face of logistics, because this is actually has been proved with your data and with your lot of research that these drivers need lot of care, lot of security, lot of encouragement, lot of motivation, and they are really the real face of logistics. Apart from this topic, what Million Mind has chosen, Million Mind with the help of a CILT, Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, we also give the real face of logistics award to the real drivers, the drivers who never met an accident, drivers who really can communicate with the customer, who can really communicate with the Celtex barrier in charge, the drivers who can take care of the lakhs of rupees vehicle, their maintenance, drivers who can take care of the crores of rupees worth material they are carrying, and of course reaching on time. With all sacrifices of their own family, they all the time they'll keep traveling. So those drivers, Million Mind team, give them award with the help of all nomination come from the logistic industry professionals. We also give them fixed deposit in their family names as a sum contribution in the financial assistance, right? So in that link itself, in Talent Health also this year we inducted this particular topic. under this topic, the good job has been done by Top Guns. And the award goes to IIT Gurgaon. Clapping में कुछ जान नहीं है भाई. इधर से आया? इधर से नहीं जानता तो बजाना? नहीं. अरे बाप. क्लैपिंग उस साइड से होता है, ऐसे बसता है ना? अभी थोड़ा ये आगे वाला बिल्कुल भी लगाते हैं.
संजय यार, संजय क्लिक करे हटे फिर या तो.
Thank you, sir, very much.
Listening to this role of drivers, it just occurred to me. I do not know how appropriate it is, but you all know Lord Krishna was the driver for Arjuna.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Now we shall be. I am just requesting, without any further delay, the managing director of CRWC, and not only the CRWC, he has been heading the almost lot many senior positions in the railway. He has been heading since I know he was heading earlier IRCTC, and now he is heading the CRWC, which is another logistic arm of railway. And apart from this, he is heading the entire treasure of CILT India. He take care of the all funding and money ka hisab kitab for CILT since so many years, and he is continuously guiding. He being so senior and so busy, I am so blessed. Whenever I call him and I request for 10 minutes time, 5 minutes time, without any interruption, so that's really encourage us when such a senior people give their blessing and their direct contribution, their direct support, direct guidance. Without their kind of a guidance, such kind of a thinking and such kind of a event is really not possible. Thank you very much again, sir, everybody. And now I'll request our special guest today, Sri Vinod Asthana ji, to give his inputs from CIT side and his inputs from his own experience, of course, for the logistics side. Please come, and then we shall be having another listening from Asia Pacific side before we are calling up the day. Please, sir.
Good evening, all of you. While I was giving the awards, I was noticing that the right side was proving to be more powerful than the left side. I don't know. I was trying to find out from General Kalra how is it so that the jury and the jury members, whether seating arrangement like this, or is it because of that the right side always have to be more powerful than the left side? I don't know. That I leave it to the jury members. Thank you, Amit. Let me tell you briefly about me. I am a railway officer. I belong to Indian Railway Traffic Service. Joined the organization Railways, worked extensively in operations all over the country. While this issue was being discussed about the driver, when I joined the railways in 82, 30 years back, the first thing was being done for us in the training program was to work as a driver of the locomotive. And we were put on locomotive of the goods train. In those days, the trains were being run by steam engine, not by electric. Electric came much later, but in those days were being run by steam engine. And so for training, we were being put on the locomotive, on the steam loco, with all the heat and the cold that you can appreciate. And we were made to run, since I was on Northern Railway, I used to move from Mughalsarai to Kanpur in a steam train. That is what the importance of locomotive and the driver is in the system, in the transport system. And you appreciate that Indian Railways is the largest transport system that the country has got, both in terms of passenger and freight. So that is how we have moved in the operations in the Indian Railways. And today, if you think that logistics is a job which will give you some comfort in terms of that you have a comfortable life, in terms of efforts required to run the system, let me tell you frankly, you are sadly mistaken. All of you. It is without discrimination that logistics, transport requires a lot of hard work. It's not a cushy job. You cannot sit and relax. It's a 24/7 job. It requires the best in you to deliver. Success is not something which by sitting and having an MBA degree and going and sitting as a manager logistics, assistant manager logistics, you will not be able to achieve unless you go through all the phases of working in a logistics organization. So that is very important. And whenever you go, like once you have done your MBAs here and you choose a field like logistics, whether it's transportation, whether it is warehousing, whether it is any other